everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur, and no intro or anything like that this time. I'm going to do an old venting session because sometimes I really hate eBay. Now, as some of you know, I do sell on eBay, and I sell on eBay because it's good extra money, and I'm really good at it, and I know what can sell and whatnot. And one of the things that I picked up like a couple years ago was about 20 copies of this. I found them in LA, signed copies of Anne Heche's book. Now, you might understand why I picked up all 20 copies that they had, because Anne Heche is no longer with us. She unfortunately died in a horrendous car accident, which was probably her fault, I'll admit. But that being said, it's a shame to see someone throw their life away so needlessly. As you can see, it's a signed edition. Now, this is what the autograph looks like. You know, there's a hand, there's a heart, there's a hash. It's hard to do this with only one hand. I'm trying not to damage the book, but I had about 20 of these. Now, I'm not gonna lie. In fact, this kind of gives you an idea like just how profitable eBay can be. I paid about $16 for each of these books. I don't know if that's actually gonna zoom in, but oh well. It's $15.95, so $16 plus tax per book. Now, I have sold about 15 of these, all of them well more than that, and one of them I even sold for about 100. So I have made my money back on these books. That's not the issue. I had 5 books left. Now, one guy bought one of them, and he contacted me back and said, hey, do you have any more of these? And I said, I have this many. He's like, I will offer you this much for 4 of the books. And I accepted. Now, I had a funny feeling about this particular buyer because this person, I don't know if it's a he or she, said, cool, I was at the crash site the night she died, so these will go to a good home, which, okay, that's an interesting thing to comment, and I said they'll go tomorrow. A signature will be required. A signature, by the way, is what you should do, a signature confirmation, when you sell something expensive, because it means that they're going to have to inspect the books, or the signature should indicate that they inspected the books. Now, he said, please package well. It's really hard to get Anne Heche to sign new items. Duh. He's like, and so I said I accepted, and he says, anyway, I'm gonna skip a couple of these, but like, he did ask at one point, I cannot stress enough to package these well, and I'm assuming they are all in top shape. Now, this is where I say they're not mint, because by virtue of it being a signed book, it had to have been handled. The fact that it's a paperback, well, it's not going to be top-notch if it's signed. And so I said, look, they're not mint, but they're very good. If you're happy with the picture, you'll be happy with these. And he said, hopefully, he or she, hopefully they are less damaged than she was. Like, oof, what a horrible joke. Lest you think I'm making that up, I'm going to show you that, yeah, this person really is that much of a jerk. So, send it out. And then today I got a return request for all of them. Now, they were approved automatically. Very unusual when an item is super expensive. But the reason they were approved automatically is because this person filed the complaints as item not as described. And this person says that the items were personalized unless they did not match the description. Now, he was showing a cover of the Barnes & Noble book, and he did show pictures of the signature. And they all more or less look like that. There were some slight differences in his picture, but yeah, that's how she signs her name. Anne with a heart in the middle, and then Heche. These were not personalized. This was not the real reason that he filed this claim. So I take it a little personally, and so I said, hi. So I saw the return request, and 2 things. 1, these aren't personalized. That's how she spells her name. Second, you do realize the signature will look slightly different on each book, right? Referring to the picture, like, yeah, maybe the Anne is a little bit more here instead of there, stuff like that. Person responds, I have already packaged them up, and they will be in the mail tomorrow. Okay, that's avoiding the question. I said, well, you don't have to send them back knowing that you got the correct items. What is the real reason you filed this? And I said, because I want to return these books that says you accept returns. Okay, that you're still avoiding the question. So I said, I accept returns, but all you had to do was reach out. Why did you claim the books were not described when they were? Were not as described when they were. This person replies, appreciate the return, thanks. Completely avoiding all the questions. I asked one more time, why did you lie about the books not being as described? That hurts my reputation. Which I got no response. So, yeah, this, I don't know what's going on, but this could be buyer's remorse. Maybe this person realized what they did. There's actually a bigger concern that right now I have. I think this person's not going to send back the signed books. I think this person's going to keep the signed books and send back something else. I would be happy to be proven wrong about that, because at least I'd get the merchandise back. But I think the reason this person actually did this was because even though I accept returns, I do charge a 20% restocking fee, and I don't pay for return shipping. If all the person wants to do is just return the books, well, sure, I'll take the books back, but guess what? There's going to be a restocking fee. I don't think that person wanted to pay the restocking fee. And as a result, they decided, we're just going to lie about the books. And you know what's really strange? This person has over 11,000 positives. This is, by the way, the name of the person, Katy Perry Fans International. So, yeah, look, I'm not saying to dox this person. What I am saying is you might want to block this person because they can't be trusted. And I will give you an update if this takes a turn for the worse. I am going to be calling eBay and pointing out, because thankfully the person did put pictures in there. I think eBay makes it so you have to. And I can say, hey, look, this person claimed that the books are personalized. You can see the books are not personalized. This person is lying about the condition of the books to avoid paying the restocking fee. They are deliberately trying to go around you. And you know, if this person has over 11,000 feedback, they definitely know how to play the game. They definitely know how to play the game. And I'm going to point out, look, they signed for it. That means they inspected it. Means that they had to have been okay with it. Usually when you get a person on eBay, then they will listen to you, especially when you sell as much as I do. And look, this is a couple $100. This is not like a nothing thing. Yeah, I won't go bankrupt. It's not going to destroy me. I'll recover from it relatively quickly. But when it's that expensive, this is where the item not as described thing can be really damaging. You know, I had another situation a few months ago where I had sold a Beastars vinyl. That was one of the limited edition red ones, brand new, never opened. Person claimed it wasn't as described, sent back an opened vinyl that was black of the same, title. So this person pulled a switcheroo on me. And because of the nature of the item not as described, eBay just accepts it and they don't do anything about it. And this, I'm noticing that it's becoming a more and more frequent thing where more expensive items, buyers are abusing this system. And look, again, I really hope I get the signed books back, because you know what? Hey, he sends me the signed book back. Yeah, it's going to sting, but you know what? They're going to sell eventually because I sold 15 of them. So I know, and I can definitely sell them for more than what he bought them for. But considering that this person is going around the eBay system and avoiding answering questions, well, guess what? That means that there is a good chance this person might even try to keep the books. They might try to keep the books, and they might be trying to screw me. I don't know what's going to happen next, but it is extremely, extremely frustrating. And I mean, the holiday season's coming up. Again, I'll be fine, but this really stinks. And yeah, I just had to vent. Thank you so much for listening to me vent. I would like to know, have you been noticing this getting to be a bigger problem on your end if you're selling on eBay? Have you noticed your expensive items are getting all of a sudden all of these, item not as described complaints? Is this happening to you? If it is, comment below. I would really like to know. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.